Juha Kankkunen continues to set an amazing pace, stunning his opposition with both the speed of the Toyota and his 100% commitment. Last year, Kankkunen set the fastest time over this stage at 9 minutes and 22 seconds. This year, he shatters his old record with a time of 8 minutes 18, an average speed of 113 kilometers an hour. Kankkunen started the day with a 1 minute 17 second lead over Colin McRae. Now the Scotsman's driving flat out to stay in contention with the Finn. Ari Vatanen is closing in, but he too is frustrated. Watch him behind the wheel. Waves his hands in disgust. He's down on power with a turbocharger problem. Francois Delacour starts the Wellington Dam stage in 4th place, now 6 minutes behind the rally leader. But the Frenchman is already in trouble. Listen to the Escort's exhaust note. It's refusing to rev cleanly, and Delacour is clearly struggling to keep up speed on the longest stage of the rally. So as the sun sets at the end of the rally's 3rd and longest day, it's Juha Kankkunen in a class of his own. The Finn controls the pace of the rally with a 2 minute and 9 second lead. For Colin McRae, a brilliant drive on his first Rally Australia, but there's no way he can match the pace of the Toyota driver. For Ari Vatanen, a fine 3rd, another good result for Subaru. But for Ford, the problems continue for both Biasion and Delacour. The flag rises, Kankkunen heads off into the last lap of the Rally Australia. A smooth style, cruising to the finish, but still setting a blistering pace. For Colin McRae in 2nd place, just a few kilometres from a result to be proud of, but a shock awaits the young Scotsman. Subaru are at least guaranteed 1 place on the podium. Ari Vatanen is poised in 3rd place to take over from McRae. But for Mickey Biasion, just when you thought Ford's problems couldn't get any worse, the Italian's ailing Escort stops with 2 stages remaining. He too is out of the rally. So 4 short stages make a dramatic change to the leaderboard. The winner of the Rally Australia is Juha Kankkunen, but it's from Ari Vatanen in 2nd place with Delacour, Dunkerton and Haider 3rd, 4th and 5th. Colin McRae dramatically drops to 6th. We asked McRae what happened.
Probably one of the slowest corners in the rally, a 2nd gear corner, and just turned in and then let off the throttle a bit and the car half spun and it nosed over the bank. And that was, well, it was a stop for 30 minutes.
How did you get out in the end?
Just to move some trees and tree stumps and things and just to make a road back out, and we got back up. Probably if there'd been a couple of spectators there, I would have got straight back on the road straight away. You know, maybe lost 20 seconds or whatever, but that wasn't to be.
Disappointing end to a very dramatic rally.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot this weekend. I suppose we should be thankful that Ari's 2nd and I've managed to finish in 6th place.
After a sobering event which reminded everyone that motorsport is dangerous, Kankkunen sprayed his 4th bottle of winner's champagne and helped Toyota make sure of the manufacturer's championship, 26 points clear of Ford. Subaru were now a strong 3rd ahead of Mitsubishi and a languishing Lancia. Kankkunen did the same thing in the drivers' table. He moved further ahead with Delacour now 2nd, Oriol down into 3rd, then Biasion, McRae and Sainz. Back to Europe for round 11 and the San Remo rally, with the route uncharacteristically shrouded in low cloud and drizzling rain. Without the presence of the Toyotas and the work Subarus, this should have been an opportunity for both Ford and Lancia to redress the balance. Despite the rain and the low cloud, Delacour and Biasion had high hopes of a victory here, especially as Kankkunen was absent. But it was not to be. Delacour crashed out of the rally and Biasion burst a radiator hose. The resulting overheated engine ended Biasion's title hopes, while Delacour's were severely dented. Ford had to suffer the slight embarrassment of local man Franco Cunico leading the rally, which he did to the end. Cunico had his moment of glory, winning a World Championship event and holding the departing world champion Carlos Sainz down in 2nd place. It was another unhappy occasion for Sainz. Riders' Championship, everyone stayed in the same place with the same points, except Saints, who edged up to equal fifth, which meant that a real head-to-head battle would develop, an ultimate World Championship event of the year, and a 3-day event in Spain in November could, just could, decide who would be the new world champion. The roads of Catalonia would witness a fierce contest between Delacour and Kankkunen. Head-to-head, Delacour versus Kankkunen. Third place will be enough for the Finn. The Frenchman must win.
It's obvious that Carlos Sainz is right on the limit from the word go. Determined to thrill his fans and give the Delta a spectacular swan song after being at the top of world-class rallying since 1987. Despite running first on a road still damp from overnight rain, Sainz is fastest on the opening stage with a time of 13 minutes and 16 seconds. Now it's Kankkunen's turn.
Very, very long bad left opens. 50, long bad right. And medium left opens and tightens. And long bad right and long bad left. 50, long flat left.
Welshman Nicky Grist working hard on the pace notes as Kankkunen hustles the Toyota along the switchback road. The Finn, though, is determined not to take any chances. Happy to set the fourth fastest time, 13 minutes 27 seconds, 11 seconds slower than Sainz. Taking it easy is not on the agenda for Francois Delacour. The Frenchman knows his only chance of the championship title is to win the rally, and he's giving 100% from the very start. A perfectionist driver, inch perfect, smooth and very quick. Delacour is the only man to match Sainz on the opening stage. He too sets that time of 13 minutes and 16 seconds. Now it's car 5 and a determined Mickey Biasion. He's determined to set a good time and particularly determined to get ahead of Juha Kankkunen on the leaderboard. Does it too. His time of 13 minutes and 26 seconds is 1 second quicker than the Finns. Biasion takes third place and squeezes Kankkunen out of the championship scoring into fourth. The Sant Hilary stage is one of the longest of the rally at 27 kilometres, twisting and turning up the mountain. Delacour is in inspired form, using Daniel Gratelup's pace notes to use the full width of the road, clipping the inside of the corners, doing anything to shave those precious seconds off his time. And Delacour does it, completing the stage in 18 minutes and 36 seconds. That's 6 seconds faster than Auriol's effort, and the Ford driver will sleep well tonight with a 39-second rally lead. But back at the start of the 10th special stage, Juha Kankkunen is set for a surprise that's not on co-driver Nicky Grist's pace notes. Look out as a spectator waves a warning and watch in the headlights.
50, very, very long
Ahead of the Toyota, there is Carlos Sainz Lancia stationary by the roadside. An electrical problem has put the Spaniard out of his home event, and there's nothing more for the reigning world champion to do than to return to rally headquarters and give a brief press conference. Day 2 brings a bright, crisp autumn morning, and Delacour has already set the fastest time on the first stage of the day, extending his lead to 42 seconds. Now he tackles the 14-kilometre-long Talamanca stage, high in the Catalan hills. Delacour is driving perfectly, accurate to the inch, as he sets Auriol a target of 8 minutes and 45 seconds, an average speed of just under 100 kilometres an hour. Auriol takes up the gauntlet, and there's a contrast in driving styles between the two Frenchmen. Delacour very neat and precise, while Auriol is that little bit more spectacular, but no less efficient. Miki Biasion has reason to look worried at the start of the second stage of the day. Juha Kankkunen took 3 seconds off him on the previous stage, and he's now just 1 second from snatching that Ford driver's third place. So Biasion has to throw caution to the winds if he's going to help his teammate hold on to his championship hopes. The tension in the car is obvious. This is the stage where they could clinch that record-breaking 4th title. It's not to be. Look at the Toyota's right-hand front tyre. It's deflating right at the start of the stage.
Long bad right, 40. What, punch already? Long bad right, 50. Very long bad left, 200. Long K right. I mean, we've still got 13 Ks to go. Should we stop and change it?
The Toyota's Michelins are fitted with a puncture-resistant mousse which should keep the tyre inflated, but it seems that even this has failed on this occasion.
70. Very, very long medium left opens. At the flat right, 50. Try not to do any damage because we've got a 12 Ks of road section to do with no service.
A word of caution from Grist as a frustrated Kankkunen loses over a minute to Biasion. Their championship bid isn't over, it'll just have to wait. Meanwhile, they're still 20 seconds ahead of Gustavo Trellez, the experienced Uruguayan fighting a spectacular battle with his fellow Lancia driver Fiorio, who's set to move up past him and takes 5th place. But as day 2 comes to an end, the atmosphere's subdued in the Ford service area as an exhausted Delacour arrives with a 35-second overnight lead over Oriol. But on the last stage of the day, Miki Biasion's car has slowed with turbocharger problems, dropped him to 4th place, and more importantly, it's moved the Toyota of Juha Kankkunen up to that championship-scoring 3rd. The final day of the rally dawns, and the rain in Spain is mainly falling in Catalonia. The stages are awash with water. It's just what Francois Delacour doesn't need as he tries to balance caution with the pace needed to keep ahead of Didier Auriol's Toyota. In contrast, his compatriot is on a last-ditch charge, setting 3 fastest times on the first 5 stages of the day. But even this isn't enough, and by the last stage, he admits defeat, cruising to 2nd place behind Delacour, while his teammate Kankkunen heads for 3rd and the championship title.
50 long medium left, 40 long bad right tightens, and long bad left. 70 fast left opens, 50 flat right and twisty 120. To fast right tightens to medium right.
Kankkunen, the champion. While behind him in 4th place, the hard-charging Miki Biasion can feel justifiably disappointed that yesterday's turbo problem robbed him of 3rd. The winners of the 1993 Rally Catalunya Costa Brava, Francois Delacour and the Ford team enjoy the rewards of victory. It's the Frenchman's 3rd World Championship rally win of the season and the 4th for Ford.
And the result table said it all. Delacour had done what he set out to do, but so had Kankkunen. And his 3rd place was enough to make him world champion driver for an impressive 4th time. For Juha Kankkunen, the tall Finn, it was a magic moment as he climbed on the bonnet of his Toyota together with co-driver Nicky Grist. Kankkunen, the champion. His 3rd place gave him 123 points to Delacour's 102. And with 20 points for a win, Kankkunen knew he could relax during Britain's RAC. The man couldn't be beaten. After Catalunya 4-day event... After the first day's tour of Birmingham, the new world champion, Juha Kankkunen, held a slender lead. But, to the delight of his fans, Colin McRae responded with a magnificent charge. By the end of the second day, the 25-years-old Scot, Colin McRae, had taken the lead, and many a supporter began to think, hopefully, of a British win. Perfect season. Kenneth Eriksson was his nearest challenger, followed by Wilson and Delacour in the Fords, then Vatanen, and sixth, Kankkunen's teammate Oriol. Juha Kankkunen, the new World Rally Champion. A marvellous season for this man, now with a record 20 wins on World Championship rallies. Truly one of the great flying Finns.